The 6.5 is on the road here in Las Vegas at the HP Amplify 2024 conference. Dan, there is so much going on. I cannot believe the string of industry leaders that are going to be going on stage or went on stage at the show. It's a 3-day show, and I look at everything that's going on here, and it's pretty much an expression of what's happening in technology combined with what's happening in society. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, we're at this really important inflection point right now, Pat, and the world is changing. It's changing the way it thinks about work. It's changing the way it's going to work. But I mean, we're seeing it in the way we commute, the way we travel, the way we engage, the way we communicate. And of course, the big inflection. I wanted to say something else, but you know what it's going to be.
I know, we're 1 minute in, we have to drop the AI thing, right?
Well, I mean, it is though. It's this moment, it's pivotal, it's changing everything, and it's a big topic here at the HP Amplify event.
It is, and the cool part about this latest generation of AI, you know, the first AI algorithms were created in the 1960s, got pretty popular 10, 15 years ago with machine learning and then deep learning, and here we are with generative AI. And the industry conversation started in the cloud, but as we know, in every single major tech industry event, it goes to the edge. And AI PCs, AI smartphones, AI even on printers. So pretty cool. And with that, I want to introduce our awesome guest, Alex Cho, HP. Great to see you.
Great to see you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks
I think
for
this
having
is
me.
probably the third or fourth time in the 6.5, but I think this might be the first time live.
First time live.
It is the first time seeing it. And actually, Alex is really one of the very early guests. If you go back, I think in 2020 when we really first stood up the platform.
That's right.
Alex came on early. Talked about the PC being essential. I think he might have even sort of run us through that deck when it was still, you know, various machinations, and you were coming up with it. And then you really rocked the world with that sort of presentation. It became a big platform.
Well, we said it before, and I won't say the word because limit our video views, but before that event happened.
It was an acceleration moment for sure. So, you know, the personal systems business, Alex, you look after. AI is, you heard us in the preamble, it's going to have a huge impact on everything. You know, how do you plan in your business to really capitalize on this AI moment?
Well, we're very excited about AI. I think you've heard me say, and I've said it more publicly, it's a new year, but this is really a new decade. Like, the technology will drive a change in the ecosystem, ultimately customer value, and will drive so much innovation. For us at Personal Systems, we think it's going to change and accelerate our ability to design solutions for people, like the hybrid workforce. We think it'll help us enable meetings and how people work to be far better. And then as well, it's a platform for new levels of productivity for companies. So we think it's very holistic. We think it'll make a profound difference in people's lives, not just tech for tech's sake. And we think it's a catalyst for a decade of innovation and value proposition growth and just energy in this industry.
Yeah, I have to look back, and I've been, I guess, in and around the PC business for over 30 years, and I look back, when has a change in a software usage model driven the demand for a new PC? And sure, you know, we saw the desktop to mobile, large and thick mobile to thin and light, but on the whole, outside of gaming and workstations, kind of the use case was very similar. I think with hybrid work, particularly on video and audio, that was one big one with that, but I haven't seen this type of phenomena in probably 15 years, but so it's super exciting.
We think of it like, I call it the 1999 moment. Remember that? When
I was
1999,
there, yes.
The internet drove all these new use cases and experiences. It was not a speeds and feeds revolution first. Right. It was a experiential revolution that drove a decade of growth in the entire industry. We're at one of those again.
Yeah. So can you tell us more about your AI-enhanced PCs? There's going to be different waves, but what could you tell us now?
Yeah. So what we've announced is the industry's largest portfolio of AI-enhanced PCs. And what is it? Number one, they're very modern. They're modern in the fact that they're using Windows 11, which is the most modern OS for productivity and security. And by the way, for companies who need to recognize that end of life of previous generation PCs are happening, they need to get started. Even more though, this is the introduction of AI on the device. And it's AI that allows you to access Copilot in the cloud quickly. It's AI that allows that PC to be far more optimized so that the friction that exists to date gets substantially addressed. And then third is, even more than AI, what defines every employee? It's hybrid work. And so we're infusing our devices with all of our great technology around audio and video and allowing them to do Zoom and Teams throughout the day more effectively than before. We think it's the right portfolio for the future workforce that we have now available.
Yeah, I've been following some of your commentary on AI PC, and obviously there's sort of this continuum of buzz. There's those that kind of think like within the second half of this year, there's going to be this new device and it's going to completely revolutionize. And then there's the people, and I think, Alex, you're more on this school that are kind of saying this is still a step function. It's gradual, and these AI experiences are going to be embedded into our everyday work, on our devices. And you also, by the way, in a great, the executives here are always so generous at these events, and you guys spent some time with us yesterday. And I asked you a question. I was probing, about the fact that return to work was in, and I thought you had a really great answer about hybrid work, hybrid meetings. And the fact is, what I loved about you saying is whether we're at work or not at work, we're still going to be using these technologies. You're still going to have meetings with vendors around the world and customers and partners. And even when you're in the same office, you might be on 5 floors apart, and you're not going to always run to a room together. So, HP seems very focused on transforming these hybrid meetings. What is the AI, we're going to lean into this a little bit because, no one's talking about AI, but what is AI's role in really making hybrid work meet the potential even that we thought it could have just a few years ago?
Yeah, we talk about an AI revolution. I think of this as a productivity revolution. Yeah. It's about productivity. And by the way, productivity got more complex in a hybrid environment where people are working in the office, at home, in one office, in other offices, in a world where people need to collaborate a lot more. So for us, AI is enabling productivity. It's productivity if I'm an individual trying to get work done. Like the amount of summarization and research that you can do now with new AI tools is really material. So that's for the individual. But AI that allows that meeting experience to be better. So we introduced the ability to use AI in our poly meeting solutions. Instead of just seeing a group of people in a room, you could see each person individually. That allows you to connect with them. It allows you to see their body language. It's so much more valuable for engagement and productivity. And then we also talk about AI for improving company processes. Every company has a mandate from their board to find ways to improve productivity using AI, and our platform around our AI workstation is really an industry leader in enabling companies to use AI models to improve their internal processes. So we think it's people, places, and platforms. That's our 3 Ps.
So I think that was a good explanation of how companies are using or will be using AI to improve the user experience and increase productivity. What does it mean? What opportunities industry-wide does this present to the industry?
Well, at the base level, we think that this will drive a real transformation of the core PC business. We've shared that in the next 3 years, we assume that over half of every PC sold will be an AI PC. And it's not just an ingredient, it's going to be a PC that delivers far more productivity, far more personalization, and for us, we're going to be able to secure that PC better. So number one, that will be driving a refresh that will be very meaningful in the industry. Secondly, solutions to help companies leverage AI for their internal processes. All of the space around workstations, workstation solutions, software in that space will continue to grow. And by the way, I use the word software. This is not a hardware play. This is not a software play. This is a hardware-software play where the combination of both designed to take advantage of new generative AI models will drive that productivity enhancement for people.
Appreciate that.
It's a noteworthy call out about the productivity item, Alex. We talked to many of your peers, executives, and of course your customers, and the feedback we're getting through our research, through the data we're collecting, is that companies are looking for meaningful, measurable productivity gains to come from their AI. And so, while they're trying to figure out how to spend money, they want to make sure ultimately it's about deflationary tech. They want to be able to get more with that every dollar they spend. We've seen the technology revolution do this. One of the things, though, that this exponential technology growth creates, though, Alex, is risk, especially on the security side. Now, HP is no stranger to creative security marketing. I remember the Wolf. That was a lot of fun, that whole campaign. But now with AI, you do have a new opportunity for bad actors. You have, all kinds of new data being created that can be used, generative tools that can be used most negatively and positively. I mean, I'd love to understand, what you're doing with Endpoint Security Controller, kind of how you're thinking about security. How do you tie security into this revolution to make sure that people know, yeah, we'll be more productive. Yeah, we're going to be more efficient. Yeah, we're going to create great experiences, but your data's safe on the edge, on the device, and you're secure.
I think you said it well, but let me just add on to that. Switching seats.
Drop, yeah.
But
Thank you.
if you think about security is and has been very important for customers. Yes. And with AI, it only becomes more important because AI is about data. AI is about harnessing data and using it. And you're right, that just means that something that has been important will only be even more important. That's why we're very excited to take years of our innovation and investment really on platform security and use that as a foundational bedrock of securing that AI PC. We just announced our next generation endpoint security controller. It's more than great tech. It's very important technology because it is the first of its kind in protecting firmware against quantum compute hacks. It's the basis by which we believe that we need to be even more vigilant and innovate even more on securing that productivity device because data and models and inferencing is only expanding, and securing that for our customers will be top of mind for them.
Yeah, what I like about what you've done with security and AI, this is not just something that's new. I remember attending a security event in New York, I think it was 5 or 6 years ago, where you introduced AI as a part of your security portfolio, kind of doing AI before it was cool. So I'm sure this next generation is even better. And it's funny, some people say, oh my gosh, quantum's like 10 years away. That's the wrong way to look at it. Quantum algorithms will probably likely, and we have a research swim lane on this, we're looking at 2 to 3 years.
Yeah,
right?
And what we've said is, look, AI should be used to secure their PC, and that's what we've been working on. But as well, security needs to help you protect AI as well. So this whole space around AI and security is dovetailing very much into one that will be important for customers. Number one, important for driving even more innovation, and as well important for the world because there are new types of threats that are continuing to materialize. And cryptographic challenges that present themselves in the future are very much around the corner, we believe.
So Alex, HP is very much a partner-led organization. You leverage the channel, different partners. You've been like that for as long as I've known HP and personal systems, and even with Compaq. What's in it for channel partners and HP and everything you're doing with AI?
Well, that's why we're here today. We've invited 1,500 of our partners from around the world. We are a channel company, number one. And it's not because that's the way we do it, but it's primarily because we think we can make the most impact for the world in working together with our partners to reach, communicate, deliver value to them. And for them, there's a lot. There's a lot for them based on what we're announcing. First is, this is an incredibly exciting new area of delivering new value for our customers. It's value for customers, and they can participate in that. Secondly, it's about new growth. This is all about delivering more value that's going to drive new growth. I talked about the PC refresh cycle at minimum being one beneficiary of this. They're going to participate in more growth. I think the other thing is they're going to participate in something that's more than just a device, but it's an ecosystem. It's the hardware, software, the services as it comes as a solution so that companies can benefit from AI, whether it's on the AI PC, which we announced our leadership, AI for meeting experiences through our Poly portfolio, which we announced this week, or AI for new platforms and improving processes in companies through our workstation solution. It's a much larger shopping basket for them to participate in a growing TAM that's more relevant for customers. We think this is a great time for our partnership.
I love it.
Alex, I want to thank you so much for joining us here. Really appreciate it. I know we'll have you back soon.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing all that you're doing with the AI PC. We'll be tracking it for sure.
Great.
See you soon. All right, everybody, hit that subscribe button. Join us for all of our coverage here at the HP Amplify Partner Conference 2024 in Las Vegas. For Patrick and myself, we got to say goodbye for this episode, but we'll see you all really soon.